Game noticed my prototype beat machine. I'm the one that's responsible for electronic drums. I told you so I could join my band, the Gap Band, so I could play a unique instrument, because what makes a band cool but groovy instruments? Check it out, though. It just came to my attention. Of course, we need microchips, and of course, silver is the best conductor for them. And of course, it's used in a lot of alloy metals, what we would call metal blends. For whatever purpose, for satellites, antennas, it varies the mixture. And yes, it can be used in electronics, but silver has a value. And we use it for currency and trading the value of currency. So there's no way that we shouldn't press up some coins. Now, the Buffalo nickel was really popular, but we need is a tech era issue nickel. That don't mean just put a little T on it, because, Ileana called it Tesla. He hasn't reviewed all his documents on ownership and know why Tesla and SpaceX were never to work, and a lot of espionage. They're hiding behind a lot of revenues. We'll discuss that later in that probate court. Gang, we need nickels. Everybody worried about discontinuing the penny. You don't need pennies when you have nickels. If you have a 3-cent difference on a purchase, of course you'll tell them keep the 2 cents. That's what it's, everybody worth their 2 cents. That's how tips began. That is upon the person working the register to collect those 2 and 3 cents. Not many people pitch a nickel out the 2 cent and they know they already up 3 cents from the day before. But that's how you establish lines of credit. If you cannot trust your consumers, your customers, then who are you actually doing business with? Most people provide a service for family and friends and extended family and friends. And that's it. You can't be interpersonal with your customers if you don't know who they are, where they come from. You don't just serve anyone. That's why most businesses have signs that say we reserve the right to refuse service, because you're not going to get down and lay down the red carpet and break your back for someone who's not going to appreciate it. And it's not always calculated in gratitude. How about somebody just simply paying their tab in full? Those are what they call good customers. Great customers go beyond that. So again, we could look at dimes, but I don't think dimes are going to supersede the need for nickels. So if somehow at the end some dimes get pressed up, spectacular. A few quarters here and there, okay, great and grand. You even do some time-captured 50-cent pieces. But coins, coins, coins. That's what we need, silver dollars, coins, coins, coins.